We're going to get started. So I'm going to see what kind of response I get from you. Welcome, PA College Nursing. So we want to welcome all the students, the faculty, administration, and special guests. We have two particular special guests here today. Mary Ellen Bachman. Mary Ellen, maybe you could raise your hand. And Mary Curian. Did I say that right, Mary? And Mary Curian is our, as far as we know, our oldest living alumni. So we should give a little... Congratulations to new and returning students for pursuing your career goal of becoming a nurse. You are entering a profession of highly respected individuals who have both the honor and the responsibility of caring for other human beings. Your hands will be the tools of your brain and your heart. They will calculate drug dosages and hold a newborn baby. They will titrate critical, life-saving medications and hold the hand of a dying patient. Use those hands carefully to do the work of the profession. Sometimes when one shows up for an event like this, or is drugged here, kicking and screaming, you look at a few bowls and a few pitchers, and you say, wow, what's the big deal? But I do want to remind you of the work of many hands that made this event happen. Thanks to the faculty and the speakers who are participating today, the maintenance and green team staff who set up and clean up for events, and the members of the Dedication of Hands Committee, Becky Cox Davenport, Steph Ellis, Cheryl Grob, and Stacia Viscarda for their many hours of work. So I have the pleasure of introducing our speaker, Kay Buchanan. She's been a nurse for 46 years. Some of you haven't been alive for 46 years. She became a professional nurse in 1984, receiving a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of the State of New York. She earned a Master of Science nursing degree at Millersville University and came to our college in 2006, where she taught first-year ASN students for many years. She then started teaching at the bachelor's level in the classroom and online. Today, she teaches conceptual foundations of nursing and healthcare ethics, volunteers biofield therapy, and some of you might know that better as Reiki. And she does that at the Lancaster Community Reiki Clinic. She also does it here at the college. So you should pay attention in the calendar for when Kay's here to get a Reiki treatment. Some of her favorite nursing adventures include studying health belief systems on Barbados and the Big Island of Hawaii, and serving as project coordinator for the landmark National Simulation Study, and we were part of that here at the school. When she was a young girl, her mother told her she had strong hands, and she believed her. So here's Kay Buchanan.
Hello. I had both of my knees replaced in May, and I think it makes me walk like Yoda. Don't you think? I just need one of those little wooden sticks. I am delighted and honored to be with you today as you dedicate your hands to service. You are entering our profession at an amazing time. New technologies are emerging every day, and with our smartphones and Wi-Fi, we have never been more connected. Or are we? Are we connected really on that human level? The author John Nesbitt wrote about how the future will change us. In his book, Megatrends, Nesbitt tells us, with so much focus on technology, a new way of connecting will be required to bring us into balance. He calls it high touch. He says high touch will develop in our society as a response to that high-tech aspect of life. And that's where our hands come in. Take a moment to look at your hands. Put your pen down or your coffee. I know we like our coffee cup right in our hands. But take a moment. Look in your hands. What do you see? What's there? Now you might say, I don't have anything in my hands, right? But I see unlimited potential. I've been fascinated by this potential for a while, especially the energetic potential in your hands. I've got really interested in nursing theory by Martha Rogers. And Martha Rogers related human beings as not having energy fields, but being energy fields. We are made up of energy. And when you extend your energy to someone in need, they feel that. It's an amazing thing. And I want to do a little experiment with you now so that you can experience your energy field. So hold your hands maybe about 3 inches apart. And then move them apart. And then move them together. And concentrate on that area in between your hands. You might feel like a little drawing apart. And when you bring them together, do you feel a little bounce? Like there's something in there. That's your energy field. And when you consciously engage your energy, you can extend compassion, caring, and yes, love. I first used biofield energy therapies when I was working with chronic pain patients in a pain management center. We were taking them off of their opioids as we were trying to comfort them with therapeutic touch. Now, we all know now that we are in the midst of an opioid epidemic, and we need to find new ways of providing that comfort. And I saw amazing things happen with chronic pain patients. When I came to Lancaster General, I found Reiki was being used, and this is another type of biofield therapy, like therapeutic touch, on the orthopedic unit. Here again, we were able to use fewer opioids. So I think you are going to see more and more Reiki as we cut back on the opioid use that our patients receive. In my own experience, when I was having my knees replaced, I was a little nervous in the holding area. And I said, is there anybody here that does Reiki? Well, they whispered a little bit, and then they said yes. And sure enough, they came, and they gave me Reiki. And that's why I can walk like Yoda today. So I want to tell you that you have this amazing potential in your hands, the potential to provide a comforting touch. Your patients need that. That's that high touch response that we need to balance and respond to our human health needs today. You are the answer. Thank you very much. God bless you. Where's my little wooden stick? Thank you.
Welcome, y'all. I'm Dr. CD, and I'm a graduate in 1996 of Lancaster General Hospital School of Nursing when it was a diploma program. These are not pictures of me, but they do represent a history that is going to be passed down to you today. Tradition is passing down a belief or symbolic meaning of a special significance with origins to the past. And a tradition is a grounding feeling. Many schools have traditions that used to surround the cap, and there aren't very many schools that use caps anymore, which is a good thing that they've gone away. There was a message in the cap's structure that told people what level of education the student had. You could tell from 100 feet away if that was a brand new student and you shouldn't ask them, or if they were a senior student and they were somebody that was really close to graduating. People who didn't wear caps could have chevrons on their arms, sort of like the military, to also denote what semester and where they were in their education. So you can see in this top corner, that cap has no stripe, and that would have been a first-year student. So the whole first year, you don't have a stripe on your cap, and you see the seniors and the juniors, and you're wishing for your stripe. And then you go to convocation, and you get your first stripe. So that's like the young woman in the rocking chair. And then you go your senior year, and you get your third stripe, and you feel like it's on, like you're going to graduate. This is something that can happen. These are pictures of my cap. The one with the blue stripes was my student cap that I wore every day. And then when I graduated, we got the cap with a solid black stripe. So when I came back from PA College to PA College after being gone for a long time, this part of history was something that the faculty and I talked about and we wanted to bring back. So this is what we came up with, and we had a lot of input from amazing minds to help us to get to a pin idea and then how the pins were going to be presented to y'all. So the associate degree students will have a pin with an orange flame and a blue background, and the BSN students will have blue flames, and I'm calling it like a BSN blue, and with an orange background. Associate degree students will receive a pin every semester they progress toward their goal. And in third semester, if they commit to coming back to PA College to get their BSN in a 2+2 program, they're going to get a single orange pin with the BSN blue flame, designating that they're going to come back and they're going to get their BSN here at PA College. The BSN students are here for 3 years or 8 semesters, and that'd be a lot of pins. We didn't want to cause any kyphosis. So they are going to get 1 pin for every year that they are here, signifying that they're here for their 3 years. So this is also a ceremony of dedication of our hands. So to kind of explain what that means, the dedication of hands ceremony is held to remind us and set an intention to care, an intention to make a spiritual commitment to human caring, connecting to our hands. Think about the actions that we as nurses do with our hands. And in a lifetime, it seems very task-oriented, putting on the blood pressure cuff, assessing, changing dressings. But every single one of those touches also give comfort and provide healing, and your hands will soon take care of patients as you fulfill your role as a student nurse. So this dedication of hands ceremony is to remind us that there's a distinguishing performing task in giving nursing care. In providing nursing care, we must live up to the standards of the nursing profession, integrity and self-care, concern for the welfare of others, and human dignity. So I invite you to participate in this ceremony with your whole being, your heart and your hands and your spirit. And may all your intentions translate to your classroom and your clinical settings. So I'm going to invite faculty who volunteered to help dedicate hands to come on up and stand at your stations. And when you come up, you're going to also get your pin. So you'll need to tell if you are in the ASN or if you are a BSN student. So I'm going to call y'all up by section, and we're going to come up on this side and then go across and then down the stairs that Seth Ellis had made for us for this ceremony, and I am so in love with those stairs. Please be careful when you're coming up, not to trip and fall. All right, so this section, come on up. We'll start. You can go ahead and go all the way down. Go ahead. Go ahead all the way down. Go ahead all the way. Okay. Go ahead all the way. Keep going, Laura. Pass them. Go pass them. Go with Laura. Go with Laura. Of course, we can make lines behind, so go ahead and.
Oh, it's good to see you too.
Go ahead and keep on going all the way down. We'll just make lines behind. Yeah, we're gonna make lines.
Where am I supposed to go? When I'm irrationally angry. But when I read a book.
You're rational.
No, he is. Yes, no, as context is important.
It is important. Go ahead all the way down and fill in and stand behind. All the way down. So go ahead all the way down and stack up behind. Go ahead and stack behind.
You're some kind of
Lead the way.
because of beginning of the stairs. Actually, it's getting to it.
Head all the way down, like stack in. Form little lines. Head all the way down and stack up. Go ahead all the way down and stack behind. Masons. Go ahead all the way down. Should we go all the way down? All the way down. Yep. If this section wants to come on up, come on up. I know you'll be the one.
Right?
I was thinking the same thing. You're going to be the one. Go ahead and all the way down to the last basin. All the way back, and you can stand behind and make it sexy. See? Blown up by the second here. Go ahead all the way down. We can
But as
stack
soon
up
as the
and
pants come off, it'll shrink back down.
Go ahead all the way down.
Okay.
Can I feel your toes?
Yes, please.
Okay. You go all the way down and make like stack in rows. So we have 4 bases. So,
When there's a walk down to the end, people walk back.
yeah, go ahead, walk down to the end. That's definitely. It's all on.
I think they made it.
Good job, good job. Way to go, way to go.
But I think it's different.
Follow all the way down, all the way down. Keep going, keep going. Go ahead, you're gonna walk all the way down. You can go behind the other basins, keep going. I'm gonna designate you. You're gonna walk all the way down. All right, keep going, keep going. Excellent. Keep going. You're gonna be it. You're gonna be it. Keep going. Go all the way down. Keep going. Keep going. All the way down. Keep going.
I kind of want to get into some push-ups. Yeah.
So I'm gonna designate you. You're gonna walk all the way down. You're just gonna pull everybody with you.
Walk all the way
Yeah,
down.
go ahead. Keep going. You can do it. You can do it. Go, go, go. Yeah, good job. Welcome. Hello. How are you? Go ahead and go all the way down. Hello. Welcome.
Oh, or if it's free food should each power.
Hello. I'm gonna designate y'all. You're gonna go all the way down. So
Okay,
go like
all the way
all
down.
the way down.
Okay.
Am I a part of that?
Yes, you're gonna follow these ladies
Thanks,
all
Doc.
the way down. Keep going, keep going. You can do it.
Hey, Dr. City.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good, perfect. Hello. Go ahead and go all the way down. Keep on going. If the back section, lovely. Come on up. Go ahead, all the way down. All the way down. Welcome. Welcome. Go ahead, all the way down. Welcome. How's it going? Good. Go ahead, all the way down. Keep going, keep going. You can stack up right behind, so go all the way down. Oh, welcome. You guys can go all the way down.
All the way down.
Yes. You can stack behind.
Or like sometimes I'll like try to do something to Nesta and she's like, what else is there?
Hello. Hello. How are y'all? Good. Welcome. Welcome. How's it going?
He's making fun of my pom poms on my shirt.
They're perfect.
That's a thing.
It's a thing. Welcome. If any faculty or if anybody hasn't come up yet, you're welcome to come up and have your hands dedicated.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm well. How are you? You look very official.
Do I?
Yes.
They say professional. I'm like, I don't know what professional is yet.
It's gorgeous. You're perfect.
Patience is a virtue.
I guess. I'm not good at that. You're official.
watch her clothes. Beck, you just watch her clothes.
Oh, no one's gonna see me.
Same on the side.
Oh, I have to use the box.
I had to use it too.
That's better. Hi, guys. We are part of SNAP. We are the officers. My name is Shannon. I am the secretary.
My name is Abby. I'm the president this year.
My name is Ray, and I'm the treasurer.
And we're going to have you stand, and we're all going to say the pledge together. All right. Oh, it's up there. Okay. All right. We all set? Today, I dedicate these hands to a lifetime of service to my community. May they bring comfort in discomfort, confidence in moments of uncertainty, and peace throughout times of grief. These hands are a gift I willingly give to others to support my peers and selflessly serve my patients. Through every skillful touch and every gentle gesture, I commit to use them to lift up their soul. They will offer empathy and compassion, openly embracing all I come in contact with.
Thanks, guys.
Feel so tall. Good afternoon, everyone. The dedication of hands ceremony emphasizes the art and science and caring of nursing as core values of our profession. Samuel Clemens, an American author, is known for saying, the two most important days of a person's life are the day they were born and the day they understand why they were born. Sitting before me today are the past, or the present, and the future of nursing, who have committed themselves to the ethic of caring. As the ceremony comes to a close, I would like to share a short story with you about the power of touch and the act of caring, a story that I believe shows the significance of today's ceremony. The Power of Touch by Mary Payne. Eliza was dying. Her 84-year-old body had faded away to a skeleton. The ends of her thinning hair had been dyed reddish-brown, and white roots had shown through. Osteoporosis and arthritis had taken their toll on her spine. No matter how many pillows we used to prop her, she never seemed comfortable. She looked as if she'd break if you touched her in the wrong way. Seldom relaxed or quiet, Eliza was a demanding patient with few visitors and no family. Despite her frequent complaints, however, she was one of my favorite patients. As the end of time came close for Eliza, she stopped eating. The staff took her to the dining room, and at mealtime she refused to eat. "No, no, leave me alone," she'd cry. We were waiting for her to die. One afternoon, the unit seemed particularly quiet. I'd heard Eliza calling for nurse earlier, but now it was quiet. Curious, I went to her room, and what I saw was one of the most moving scenes I have ever come to know in my years as a nurse. Brenda, one of the nurses, was sitting in a chair with Eliza, cradled like a baby in her arms, wrapped snugly in a blanket. Eliza was resting her head on Brenda's chest. Brenda was telling her that everything was going to be just fine and to relax, gently stroking her hair. And as she spoke, for the first time, Eliza seemed at peace, responding quietly to Brenda's touch, oohing and ahhing and sighing. Brenda held Eliza for about 15 minutes, then laid her back in bed. He lies arrested quietly for hours. No crying out, no miserable nightmares. 15 minutes of human contact had made her more comfortable than all the repositioning in the world could do. What a simple but powerful lesson I learned from Eliza and Brenda that day: to never underestimate the power of human touch. My wish for you is that you are all Brendas. As nurses, we have the privilege of seeing the beginning and the end of life. We are present during the most vulnerable moments of a person's lifetime. I have often been asked by students, what are the right words to say to comfort someone when they are near death or when a family member has experienced the loss of a loved one? I can honestly tell you that I don't think I've ever found those right words. If those perfect words exist, I've never come to know them. But what I have come to know is the power of touch. And that when you can't find those perfect words to say, you say nothing. And you touch someone's hand, or you touch their arm, or you sit with them and you pray, or you have that moment of silence. I do know that touch conveys many words without uttering a sound. I would like to leave you all today with a call for action. That is to strike a balance between the art and science of nursing. So the next time you go into a patient's room and the IV pump is alarming, or you have to change a dressing, and you have to perform those tasks that are important and necessary, I want you to stop. I want you to stop, and I want you to make eye contact. I want you to touch. Most of all, more than anything else, I want you to remember to use your hands to promote healing in everyone you touch. Thank you.
You're excused.